Good morning, sunshines. We're on our way to Witten's blood draw at Children's, and he's like, Mom, I'm tired. Let me sleep. So he's sleeping for a minute. It's totally perfect. So we thought, let's Good Morning Sunshine and talk to our friends and catch you guys up on everything. So we have a couple different things I want to talk about this morning. First of all, love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. As you jump on, say Good Morning Sunshine or hashtag GMS. We just chill. Okay, let's hold off for a second because he's sleeping. So say hashtag GMS and then start off with our affirmations. If Witten was awake, he would be saying, I am healthy, I am strong, I am brave, I am peaceful, I am calm, I am happy. This is one of his main ones, is just happy, happy, happy. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Brittany. Good morning, Jennifer, Janine. How are you guys doing? So what are a couple of your affirmations? Share those on the side. And then it's all about our gratitude, right? Really, since this adventure, didn't I just do this? Didn't I do that topic of conversation like before we even started this? Like how, oh, what an adventure this is. So let's just keep calling it that, right? Before this adventure began, it's been so much about gratitude and how living in a space of gratitude can totally change your life. So what are you grateful for this morning? I am so grateful. Let's see, there's a lot of them. So let me think of something that's just like little. Okay, I'm grateful for the air conditioning in my car. I'm grateful for a lot of things, obviously, right now, right? But for the air conditioning in my car, for like the ability to move air through and cool ourselves down, because it's been hot days, and not having air conditioning would be like kind of a pain in the butt. And I bet some of you guys don't have air conditioning. That wouldn't be fun. So what's something you're grateful for? Good morning, Joni. What we're going to do is today, I obviously don't have this set up great, but that's fine. We'll just keep having you guys slip all over, and it's part of what we're doing. I want to talk about, like, what do you do when other people are facing adversity? Like, how do you react, right? Because it can be really, really challenging when other people are going through things. You're like, I don't know what to do with my hands. Like, how do I show up? What do I say? Do I hug them? Do I send a message? Do I not send a message? What should I feel? What should I say? Am I going to say the right things? Am I going to say the wrong things? Maybe I should just avoid altogether. Maybe I should over smother. Like, it's really hard to know how to react when somebody in your world is going through something. And I'm thinking of this because I know how I've had a lack of knowledge of how to show up when things have occurred for other people in my world. So I want to talk about that. I want to give you guys an update about being home with Mr. Witt and John, our evening, and managing the DI, which is really what we're going through right now. So I'm going to do all of those different things. The first piece, though, is like just support for you guys. Okay, support for you guys for how to support other people. And this doesn't have to be us. Like, this could be anybody who's going through something in your life. But like, what do you do? How do you show up when things happen? So number one, I've been getting like message of like, my heart is so broken right now. And you guys can feel whatever you need to feel, right? You guys can cry. You guys can have all of those emotions. But I want to tell you, and maybe it feels like giving you permission, like, you don't need to have a broken heart. You don't need to have a broken heart, right? I want to remind you that when I'm doing Good Morning Sunshine and I'm sharing, and as I go through and I share, I mean, I don't know what this is going to become, right? Like, sharing the journey that we're on. It's not one that I want you guys to jump on the live and feel sad when you leave it, ever. I don't want this to be a feeling of sad. Look, I love that we have new users, because it just says Facebook user that says GMS. It makes my heart so happy, right? I don't want you guys to feel like it's like, oh my gosh, like, it's too dark, it's too heavy, I don't want to go on there. Instead, I want to be providing a space of inspiration and light and positivity and forward moving for you, so that you can cope with things in your world and show up to life even brighter. That's what my goal and my mission is. Not for you guys to feel like you have to be in it with me, because that just, like, why would you want to be in it? Like, why would you subject yourself to complete negative emotions and feelings when it's not even your space, right? You don't have to do that. So I want to, like, give you guys permission to understand that you don't have to do that, and make sure you understand my mission. My goal is to ignite smiles, inspire confidence, to help you guys feel better. So don't think that you're going to join this programming or these different, like, any communication that I have to feel worse. Now, am I going to tell you the real deal? Of course, right? Are we going to dive into it? Absolutely. But that's not for like wanting to receive a pity. I hate that word, right? But it's not for wanting to receive of negative emotions. It is simply for you guys to know that there's like like there's forward movement in our world and our lives together. Okay, so how do you react? How do you show up? Number one, please don't feel heartbroken. Feel hopeful. Feel that the miracles are coming. Feel that feel that this is an opportunity for. Okay, maybe we can drive because he's gonna just go in and out. I thought it was just a little cat nap. We're gonna go to the blood draw and then come back here. Feel that this is a chance for positive, bright things to happen for all sorts of people, and know that Wit and John is going to be, like we said, not just like normal. He's going to be miraculous. That was like our second one after all this happened, our second Good Morning Sunshine. So you don't have to feel that. Now, again, you can feel your sadness. That's you. Everybody has that, right? Let go and release any emotions that you have, but you don't need to take on my emotions. Which is the second one. Like, don't try to empathize with someone who's going through something super heavy. And never imagine that happening to you. No one wants you to do that. God does not want you to do that. No one wants you to say, oh man, what if my baby had tumors tomorrow? That's a ridiculous thing for you to ever think about, or even have come into your mind frame. That is never the point of this. If you have something else that's going on in somebody else's world, you should not be imagining, oh, what would that be like for me, right? That's not going to help anyone. That's not going to bring good energy. It's not going to bring good vibrations. It's not going to bring anything positive and light. In fact, it's just going to make you feel darker and sadder. And nobody needs for you to feel darker and sadder. Again, you can feel what's going on. Like, you can feel your internal emotions, but you don't want to purposely try to evoke those. Does that make sense? So what was the third one? So not empathizing, that's the same thing, not trading positions, not feeling heartbroken. So like, what should you feel, right? Don't get wrapped up in anything but blank. That's perfect. Don't get wrapped up in anything but blank. And in my mind, right away, for our situation, don't get wrapped up in anything but miracles. Don't get wrapped up in anything but positivity. Don't get wrapped up in anything but light, because that's what we need in our world right now, right? All of us, no matter what you're going through. So where your focus goes, your mind goes, and more shows up in your life. And if you choose to focus on the negative, the sadness, the empathizing, imagining what could be in a bad way, that's not going to bring any bright light into your world or into mine. You trying to feel what I'm feeling is not going to serve anyone. So I guess this video is just, it's a form of me telling you, number one, I love you and I love everything you guys have been sharing and doing, and how you care and how you are emotionally connected to me. But I want to, like whatever, encourage you, take some deep breaths and connect with the true belief of what the possibilities are in our world, which is strength, it's peace, it's miracle. It's, just like a feeling of calmness for all of us. Sorry about that. It's all about creating more and the utmost positivity for all of us. So this just doesn't apply to our situation. This applies to things that go on in your world all the time, right? You guys have all faced tragedy or adversity, and it's how you're showing up for the people that are around you as bright as you can. Now, each one of us are different. There are going to be some people where they're like, they need different things from you. So try to listen to their cues, right? I might have different cues than other people. And if you're going through something, try to be vocal about what you're needing. It doesn't serve me. Here's something vocal for me, okay, you guys? It doesn't serve me for me to hear negative conversation about anything else. Like, if anybody brings something to the table, even if it's the littlest bit of drama or negative energy, it could be how dinner wasn't cooked correctly. That's not serving me. I'm going to walk away from your space, your conversation, and your energy, because it's not serving me. And right now, I need to be fueled with positivity. So that's one thing that I will directly to you guys. Like, I will not receive any sort, and I don't anyways normally, but like, this is an extreme level. Like, anytime there's any bit of negative conversation with me, I will stand up and walk out. I won't answer a message. I'm not going to look at it. I'm going to turn it off, right? Not that I don't care about what other people are going through, but I'm at a certain stage where I need to focus on our light and love and positivity. That's a very direct communication. So for you guys, if you go through something, and it could be like, I lost my job, here's what's not benefiting me. Oh, you'll find another one. Oh, don't worry about it. If you don't want to hear that from somebody else, then say that's not benefiting me. I don't want to hear that from I don't want to. Let's just don't say that anymore. Directly communicate. It's going to help you guys move through whatever situation there is, right? So this is all about how do you support somebody who's going through adversity? I hope that supports you guys in, number one, how to not empathize, not try to like feel into their space, and how to communicate when you're going through it. So let's talk about Witty John and where we're at right now, right? So yesterday they released us. We got out of there, I think by, I don't know, noon? Who knows? Whatever. So we got out of there, you guys. The second Witten got into the car, you could see his like demeanor just change. He was just like, okay, home. Right? Like, this is even home. He was yelling home, home, home. It's amazing. He's 20 months old, you guys. He would walk to the hospital door and he's like, home, home, home. And he's trying to grab the handle, which is too high for him because he's too short, and try to open it. Like, so amazing how he knows where his home is at such a young age. Like, just it's really miraculous just in that point, right? So we went to the house. It was wonderful to be able to see and hug our other babies in our own space. It's right now what we're doing is we're trying to manage. I think it's like you go through these different things, right? Like, we're focused on the lesions that he has, the test that's going to come back next Tuesday. But right now, diabetes insipidus, like, that's a real gig. Like, that's a long-term there are some challenges in managing this thing. So we're learning how to manage it. And it starts with us being in our home environment and trying to figure out how to get him to take his medication just twice a day to keep him comfortable. So he is so happy, so wonderful. Like, he's like, if you saw any of my story yesterday, like, he's out playing, he's doing all those things. His hip seems to hurt him none from all those needles. Like, I prayed for, a high pain tolerance, and this kid is freaking rocking it. He's just going for it. He's doing all the different things. But as soon as his medication runs off, he starts to get irritated, agitated. He pees these really big pees because now he's not holding in his urine anymore. And then he's like pissed off and he wants water until he gets his medicine. So we're trying to figure out how to separate it. So our night looked like this. We figured it out in the evening. We gave him his medicine. He took it wonderfully. We went to sleep. We were hoping that we had like a 7 to 7 window, so he would like wake up around 7. Instead, it was about 4:45 where he woke up, and he was literally in like it was like a water bed. Like, his like bed was just sopping wet, covered, just crying. So he's cold, he's crying. We bring him out, we clean him up. My other son's like, my tummy hurts, I don't feel good. Like, so we're all up watching Booba this morning at 4:45, and getting water and wit. And he's just like, like, at this point, he just chugs 24 ounces because he's so dehydrated, because he's just let go of everything, which is part of the DI. And then he barfs up all the water because he doesn't know how to control it, and withholding it is just like torturing him. So it's like he gets it in, he barfs it out, and we're tracking everything. What does he have in? What does he have out? How much is he peeing? How much is he eating? Meanwhile, little Quincy's sitting next to us, just barfs all over. Like, I'm not really sure. I think that there's just overwhelming stress, all the things. So it is an interesting household, to say the least. We are doing massive amounts of laundry, right back to where we were when we went into the hospital, but we are figuring it out. And this is just day one. We think that it's going to take, I don't know, it's going to take a little bit of time, whether it's a couple days or a couple weeks, to figure out his medication for this. So that's where we're at. That's the catch up. We're going to go get his blood draw right now. He's going to have to get used to needles so much. So he's going to be wonderful at it, though. That's where we are, you guys. Total catch up for everybody. As you walk away from this conversation, we always try to have something to commit to at the end of a Good Morning Sunshine for our new people that are watching. Like, you guys might have heard, I've been doing this for 4 years before all of this occurred. And we always just like wrap up with like, what can we do? How can we show up to our life differently? So as you step away from this, I want you to think about an area where there's maybe some challenges or struggles or adversity right now, and think about how you're showing up. Are you purposely trying to dive into the negativity? Are you enveloping yourself like where you start to feel happy and you feel guilty for feeling happy? Because you shouldn't feel guilty for feeling happy. Like, when you're feeling happy, positive, good, light, that's where you want to like dive in. I think we go back to the other entrance, because this is like
this is the main entrance.
Okay. Recovery room only, authorized parking. I think they changed it. We still don't know what we're doing. So allow yourself to feel happy, and don't just allow it. Like, feel good about that, right? In the moments of positivity and happiness, like dive in completely. And when there's feeling of pain and sorrow, like, is that yours? Do you need to hold on to that? Or would it benefit everyone if you started focusing on light, love, and miracles? So, you guys, don't get wrapped up in anything but light, love, and miracles. That's the takeaway here. If you're committed to just, it might not change overnight, but just to readdress how you're feeling about some different situations, just write the word, I'm committed. And it might be just to trying something new, you guys. We're going to go in and get this little boy's, hopefully just a toe poke or a heel poke. They don't want to stick a needle in his little vein, but we'll see what happens. We love you all so much. Thank you again for your continued support. And we will talk to you. I don't know. I don't even know what day it is. What day is it? Is it Friday? Thursday? Friday. So I'm not sure. It'll be random. Like I said, when I go on, we're still organizing these in YouTube if you guys want that. Love you all so much. Light love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for everything. And dear God, thank you for this moment, this exact moment, the moment when we get to go in and make sure our baby boy's doing good. And for that little boy being home. Oh, little one. Love you guys. Bye.